Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in once again. You're listening to World Combat Sports. Hey, listen, it's one more day until we get to see what I consider a sleeper in the welterweight division. You got one and only Terence Bud Crawford. He will be facing challenger, former IBF champion, Kell Brook. That's what it is. I did you a favor. I put the entire fight card down here for you. I put all the information and snippets of, Crawford in the press conference and Brook. They pretty much gave you everything you need to know. Crawford is 36-0, 27 KOs, and Brook 39 victories, 2 defeats, 27 knockouts. And if you look at that 27 knockouts, will it be 28 on one of those ledgers? One of those guys will have his 28th knockout, y'all. Their resumes are almost similar. They marry up nicely. Brook, he only has 3 more fights. Just 3 more fights than Crawford when you come to the damn win column. Just 3 more fights in the win column. So they pretty much, close together. Crawford, 33 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's getting up there. So, of course, I'm going for Terence Crawford. And, he's in there with the 34-year-old Brook. So, give or take, everything about this fight is a well-groomed, tuxedo, ready to go to the dance, man. For real. We're ready for this sleeper because this can turn out to be one hell of a fight. This fight right here can determine a lot of changes that take place because we already know Terence Crawford is trying to make that move. He's trying to take a deployment and go to the PBC. How beneficial it is for him to go to the PBC, potentially, to get a more position-orientated fight with Manny Pacquiao. Because Pacquiao's just sitting around, lollygagging, just waiting, don't have a sense of urgency in the world. He's almost like Thurman, but without the injuries. Seriously, when is Pacquiao due back in the ring? Somebody let me know. When is he due back in the ring? Because people are not screaming for Manny Pacquiao to come back. I just don't see people up here making a big deal saying, where Manny at? What's going on with that title? What he got going on with his career right now? People want to know because we want to see Crawford try to get a shot at this WBA title if indeed he gets past Kell Brook. I don't want to say if. And I'm really giving Terence Crawford all the benefit of the doubt to get past Kell Brook, all the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to Manny Pacquiao, man, the last time he was in the ring was over a year ago. He was in that July 2019 with Keith Thurman as we seen him pick up the belt. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at a year and a half already. A year and a half, and we head into 2021, and Manny Pacquiao has no fight. Absolutely no fight. None. If he does fight, let's just say he fight in March. Because I haven't seen anything on Manny Pacquiao. I don't see who he's scheduled for. Nothing, y'all. I haven't seen anything. And the way these boxing matches are popping up it's a problem with me. It don't sit well because it's just for certain people that's going around here and selecting these fights like Canelo Alvarez. A lot of it tells me that he's going into that fight with the advantage, knowing that he had a fight date set up, right? So if he's able to switch from Caleb Plant, who turned down the fight, and now he's with Callum Smith. No one can convince me that Callum Smith already had a full training camp, and he knew already, because I was just on live the other day saying the same thing about Caleb Plant. So now it's Callum Smith, and he has a full fight camp. It's no way. It's no way that he has a full fight camp. So you're about to see a guy step in here like Canelo Alvarez and have an easy go. SB90, what's good? Salute to you. So WCS salute. I got Bud 10th round stoppage. Okay, we got the predictions. We got the predictions popping off. King Mitch in the building. What's good? What's good, everybody? I feel that this fight in real time, for real. I truly think it's going to be a sleeper. And they so evenly matched up. And I look at it like in a sense that Kell Brook returning to 147. You know, some people may be taking him for granted because of the last time he was here, you know, going in there with Errol Spence and losing his title. But we don't know what's been on Kell Brook's mind since he's been fighting at 54. And then all of a sudden he returned to the 47 division, 147-pound division. I want to think that he's on another, you know, type of temperature as far as his motivation goes. I want to believe that. I want to give Kell Brook that credit, that he's on a different temperature for his motivational to go in here and be able to get some type of redemption with Crawford that he wasn't able to get with Errol Spence. I know it's on his mind. I know he feels that deep in his heart. I said, he's saying to himself, if I'm able to go in here and win some rounds, put Crawford in some trouble, I'll be good. You know, I'll be good. But let me take you through some quotes. Crawford said he's going to have, hold up for a second. Crawford, I'm going to read Crawford first. He said he's going to have to, you know what I mean? Live up to his words. Crawford said Wednesday, you know, I'm not the one that ever quit in a fight. You know, I can't say the same for him, though. So Crawford's bringing up the fact that Kell Brook quit against Errol Spence. You know, the worst thing you can do to another man when he's trying to challenge, especially when he's trying to establish that he's still valuable in the sport of boxing, is say he quit. That quit word, you know, the quit word is somewhat like the bitch word. You know what I'm saying? It's all in one. It's just a little less of an abrasiveness to it. Because if you did indeed quit and you took a knee, then it sits with you in a way like, okay, I can get past that. Okay, I did quit. I was to get my ass beat. You know, my eye was swelled up. Yeah, I did. I quit. You know? This is what Brook had to say. Let me see. 34-year-old Brook dismissed Crawford's criticism during an interview with BoxingScene.com. Immediately after press conference, the former IBF welterweight champion pointed out that he suffered serious injuries versus Golovkin and Spence, both which required surgery. Brook go on to say, I had the broken bone in my eye and not been able to see. That's his opinion. Let's see if he can make me quit. Let's see if he can break me, because you know I'm willing to die in that ring. I'm telling you now, this is shit or bust for me. Everything's gone into this fight. Everything. It's not a joke. This is a serious game. See, I like that talk from Brook. I like it. I like it, man. I like that talk from Brook. You know what I'm saying? I like that talk from Brook, man. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. For real. If you read my title, that's what Terence Crawford's coming at him with. You know what I'm saying? That's Terence Crawford's freaking blade that he's. What's going on, Rap Star? What's good? That's what Terence Crawford, blade that he's lining up for Brook to say you quit. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that, just like Brook said he had to have surgery, we all know he was in a bad place. The man had eye issues. Kell Brook goes on to say this: I believe I stop him or he quits on his stool. Once again, Kell Brook on Terence Crawford: I believe I stop him or he quits on his stool. That's harsh words. That's deep. That's deep words. So basically, the entire method of execution to go in that ring for a 12-round championship for Brook is to make him quit. You don't say you're going to make somebody quit and you go in there like the first half of Lomachenko and Lopez. You don't do that. You goddamn take control and you try to go in there and dominate and establish that you here and you ain't playing around. And if you're able to have that success early on, you can slow down your opponent enough. I mean, we already know in some fights, the first half is where everybody shine or one fighter shine. In this case, when you're talking about making them quit, I'll stop him or he quits on the stool. You're gonna have to come out the gate trying to do that shit. For somebody to quit on the stool, you trying to say Terence Crawford quitting on the stool? Bud, quitting on the stool there, Kell Brook? Damn. That's like if he's able to come back from 2 stoppages, even though it was 3 fights ago, and make Terence Crawford quit or stop him, this shakes up boxing. This shakes up the welterweight division. It shakes it up because once again, sometimes when boxing want to let fights marinate, sometimes they get shipped off and they can't do anything with them anymore because it's fighters like Kell Brook coming here and spoil the party. They come in here with a different game plan. They say, no, I'm ready. I'm ready than you think I am. I want you all continue to put me at the lower of the betting odds. I want you to goddamn discount me. Get to some of these comments. Pac-Man babysitting the WBA belt. They won't make him vacate. They won't make him do anything, man. Because look, it wasn't Keith Thurman out the sport for like close to 2 years, right? Shit. The first one that was gone was the WBA. I mean, the first one was out was WBC. That was the first one out. So the WBA is definitely going to hang around for a bit because, Keith Thurman was able to hang around in that to, out his ice cream sundae, and then Pacquiao put hands on him. He want to eat motherfucking sundaes and shit and blizzards from Zestos and then come into the ring and fight and got his belt taken. So 8th division champion, I don't think they're going to do anything with Pac. I think they kind of trying to get him the royalty treatment right out the door. I'm doing the Hardest Puncher show with some knowledgeable guys. Lady, you come on X's. Lady, you coming on X's. I wasn't able to come on at 7. I wasn't able to get that done, man. I just had a lot. The day started getting winded down, just winding. I had stuff to do. Plus, that was an impromptu also. I thought you was going to hit me via email. You didn't. I would have told you. But, hey, continue to be incognito is all good. I'm going soon. Let me send you my email, private chat. You've been saying that like 20 times already. I ain't received nothing. Welcome back. Just hold tight. I'm going to send you an email or a message. Let me know you get it because I'm going to put some respect on your name. That's what I'm going to do. I'm put some respect on it. That's exactly what. No, I just don't have rap star just yet. I got to get my voice just a little deeper. I don't know. Alexander, what's good? Hodges, what's good? What's good? But this fight right here, like I said before, I like it. It's a sleeper. And it can potentially write a different chapter in the boxing history. because we are getting closer, believe it or not, to that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. We are getting closer to that. Now, in order for that to happen, yeah, definitely moves have to be made. And 2021, I'm hearing some things, man. I'm hearing that California and New York may potentially be shutting down again. Seriously. That's just bad to hear, man. All of a sudden, the election happened. Then these people come out here, shooting arrows and shit, to people's hearts, saying, you know what, y'all better prepare. California and New York may be shutting down again, and you even going to have restrictions at your home. I was like, God damn, man. So that's going to affect boxing. Not so much in NYC because they haven't even thought about freaking picking up boxing there again. Maybe in some locations, but not the cards at the Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? The Barclays, none of that. Yeah, get the likes up, man. Do me a favor. I know I got 5 watching, 5 likes. I appreciate it. Get the likes up. Appreciate what you're doing. Yeah, that's all good for sure. It's all good. But with this fight right here, man, what I like about it, of course, is that I still think Brook has a fight in the game. I still think he does. His mentality might be different now. He took 2 beatings. Sometimes you take a beating, you come out stronger. Real talk. You come out stronger, man. Your mindset is different. Because when you heal, you either come out stronger or you even that much of a pussy. And then you can just prepare to get your ass cooked again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most of the time you take adversity in a stressful situation or whatever, physical, you come out stronger. In his case, he had 2 operations. He had time to reflect. And in that time, he fought at 54 and he had wins. Now, of course, no one is talking about Kell Brook's wins, but he got them. I can see if he had those 3 L's now. Combine those 3 L's with the 2 L's he took with Naga Larfield and Errol Spence, then you got 5. Then this fight will be garbage. But this fight isn't garbage, man. It's nice. I like it. It has all the dressings to it. It's November too, y'all. It's November. You're getting ready for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? This has all the right dressings for a nice show. Serious. I think we're going to get the best from Terence Crawford. I think we're going to get the best that Kell Brook has to offer. And we're going to see who's the strongest. We're going to see who has the more dog in them, so to speak, because I just think this is going to be a dog fight. It's going to have some areas in the fight where they're going to be, exchanging pretty heavily. They're going to try to see who can take control of the fight momentum-wise, land the hardest shots. I just want to see who's going to be boxing off the back foot in the first 2 rounds. I want to see who that could be. Because if it's Crawford, I'm curious to know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say, okay, it's Crawford. He said he can fight. He can fight going forward, backwards. You know what I'm saying? He can switch. You know what I'm saying? He can do it all basically. So I'm not too worried about him fighting off the back foot. But Kell Brook may be a different story with Crawford pressing you early in the fight and land some solid, effective scoring shots on Kell Brook, and we can see the effect right in front of us. See, if we start seeing the effect right in front of us early in the fight, Kell Brook's in trouble. And don't say I didn't tell you, but because Kell Brook has eye issues, if Terence Crawford is indeed able to land on Kell Brook and start re-injuring those particular areas on his eye, and they start to show damage, they might have a doctor take a look at it because he has a history. He has a history, y'all. You have to understand that he has a history. So the referee is definitely going to keep an eye on it if it is a situation. If Crawford is able to touch him up like that, Brook has a chance. Give him 20%, so 20% of winning. D-Style Boxing in the building. Salute to you, man. Y'all check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. Appreciate you pulling up, man. D Hodges, D-Style, good show. Salute. Yeah, go check out D-Style Boxing, man. Putting out some solid content over there, man. Boxing. D-Style Boxing in the building. But that's where we at right now with Terence Crawford and Kell Brook, because what it does is, in my opinion, if Terence Crawford is able to leave, relocate from Top Rank, and we pretty much know it is a lot of paperwork. He's gonna have to pay, pay the toll to cross the bridge. Terence Crawford is gonna have to pay the toll to cross the bridge, and we really don't know what that toll is. But if he's indeed trying to go over the PBC, that's going to be extremely a different look for Crawford. Just a different look. Because this is the perfect storm, y'all. This is the motherfucking perfect storm for Terence Crawford to get over the PBC. Hopefully, Al Heyman, like I said, Manny don't have a fight on BoxRec. If he goes and just say right now, in December, something comes out, he's fighting in March, March, April, you know what I'm saying? That would have been around 19, 20 months. That's on the back door of 2 years. You know what I'm saying? 2 years going to come back around in July. So Manny with no fight, he gets to fight with Crawford. We get that out the way because I truly believe Crawford will beat Manny Pacquiao if they fought. And then near the end of the year, we can start talking about Errol Spence, man, and Terence Crawford. We can start stirring the pot, turn up the burner a little bit so, the smell can go out in the boxing community. You know what I'm saying? So you can smell that boxing stew. And we start talking about this fight again. Because this fight has the potential to be one of the biggest in boxing. These are two, I'm talking about both in the top pound for pound. We assuming that Errol Spence is healthy, but we still have to sit here and wait and see how he looks against Danny Garcia. If you haven't seen on IG, check out the IG post that his dad put out there about his son, Danny Garcia. I mean, look, whenever Angel puts something out, it has some type of fun to it. He's an hilarious dude, man. The shit he says. So go out there, check that out. But I know it is a lot of people that are looking at the Errol Spence fight. And, people that I'm speaking to, a lot of them want to try to run the gauntlet and say that Danny Garcia is going to upset Errol Spence. They do, because they just looking at the accident and they feel like it's something that's not being told. Like everything is not being placed out there for us, because then some people may think he's not fit for boxing anymore. They sitting that man in there to die. You know what I'm saying? It's only so much they're going to put out there to the media about an accident like that. Like I told you before, I was in a motorcycle accident, and when you landed on concrete with no freaking headgear on like he was, yeah, you're going to get the picture that you got. Imagine landing on pavement with a helmet on, crashing, and all that. The impact that your helmet received, cracked the windshield, everything. That's with protective headgear on. So you can only imagine landing on your face and your head. It's brutal. And then getting knocked out. There's no way the people are going to tell me he wasn't knocked out. No way. And especially if he was intoxicated, it's no way that anybody's going to tell me he wasn't knocked out for a little bit until he was woke up, and then they hurried up and got him in the car, took him to the hospital, whatever the case may be, whatever the exit, whatever the damn getaway was. I see Errol Spence is taking some damage in that car accident. Now, If the soft tissues and muscle have healed, then we'll see Errol Spence come in here and show out just like he did against Sean Porter. But does Danny Garcia have what it takes to perform better than he did against Sean Porter? He didn't do enough. And he's been on record as saying that he just didn't do enough outside the ring in his 2 losses to earn the win. He didn't do enough outside the ring. That's what Danny Garcia said. You go in there against Keith Thurman, you didn't do enough. You go in there against Sean Porter for the WBC, you just didn't do enough. So what are we to expect from you stepping in here with Errol Spence? I hope you did enough. Seriously, I really hope he did enough, because I really want this to be a damn good finale. I want to see a finale. Everything on paper looks good. I hope they COVID free, all that, because there's some fights that's falling out. It is some fights that are going by the wayside for COVID. Always remember that. The freaking Nordino Bali and Nonito Donaire in the bantamweight division. Nordino Bali, COVID. Fight is off. They're supposed to be competing for the WBC. Fight is off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this COVID situation is just, I'm trying to see if the top ranked card's Friday. I want to see if everybody make it to the fight card. That's what I want to see. Shout out to my man, Joshua Greer Jr. Looking forward to seeing him get back in the square. Chicago's on. Shout out to his friend, Ed Bad Boy Brown. Salute to you. Nate the Great Gallimore, all them cats over there. George Hernandez, Garfield Park. Salute to that team over there, man. Good people. Check this out, y'all. There go that link. The link of stink. But that's where to this weekend we also have to consider to show love to the entire fight card. Let's not get it twisted. We got Joshua Franco versus Andrew Moloney 2. And people not talking about that because of what Franco was able to do to Andrew Moloney the first fight. Now, of course, when you have to you have to credit Franco for stepping back in here and saying, I'll do it a second time. I'm confident in myself. Let's go. So he's stepping back in there with Franco for a 12 round for Franco's WBA super flyweight world title. You got to show some love, man. Joshua Franco and Andrew Moloney. Now, Andrew Moloney, of course, is looking to do better than his brother Jason Moloney. Jason Moloney's just coming off a KO loss to Monster, Naoya Inoue. So that is what it is, man. He's looking to do better. 7 p.m. ESPN Plus. You have the man Joshua Don't Bleed Greer Jr. versus Edwin Rodriguez in an 8-round bantamweight. Tyler Howard versus KeAndrae Leatherwood, 8-round middleweight. KeAndrae is up there where, in Alabama, man. I've covered him in a regional fight before. You have the one and only Duke Ragan versus Sebastian Gutierrez back on deck for a 4-round featherweight fight. Next is Vegas Larfield versus Juan Alberto Flores, 4-round bantamweight fight. So they have the bantamweights thick tonight. Thick tomorrow night. I'll say 2 fights. And then 1 featherweight. And then a lightweight, Raymond Muratalla versus Luis Porozo. That's the entire fight card right there in the description of the YouTube. Okay? For all of you that was looking at it. That is there for your knowledge and everything. So right now, what I'm thinking is the fight doesn't go the distance. I seriously don't think the fight's going to go the distance. I just don't think it's going to go the distance, man. You know, I don't want to put any hindrance on Kell Brook and his eye injuries and everything. Well, I'm just saying, out of these two fights with Kell Brook and Terence Crawford and Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, I think it's going to be one upset. I think. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not digressing from it. I think it's going to be one upset. And if it's indeed an upset, that means it's going to be a fighter that's undefeated. I think. I may be absolutely wrong, but I think it may be one upset, man. And please don't ask me in the chat who it is. I'm not going to say. I don't know. I just think it's one upset that's pending. And it may go down in the upcoming, fights that we have. It's going to be one of these fights. It's going to be one of these fights that we have coming up with Crawford-Brook, Spence Garcia. I see one of those having an X. I have one of them just going down. I have one of them falling off by the wayside to the recycle bin. I have somebody's record no longer being unblemished. I do see an upset. I see us going 1-2 this weekend. 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2, people. That's all I'm saying. 1 out of 2. I'm not trying to be a freaking scoundrel about it, a bearer of bad news. You know what I'm saying? I'm not walking around here, as an ominous individual carrying nothing but information that is dark and unwanted, that's denigrating. I'm trying to spread boxing peace. I think it's going to be an upset, one of these two. If it is, it's going to just mess up everything, because I really want these stars to align with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I really want to see this welterweight undisputed. I do. I just want to see them able to walk out there for all the crowns, mano a mano. Who's the baddest man on the pound for pound list? Settle this score for good. No more question. No more talking. Let's get the ink, sign the papers, let it dry, and let's get in fight camp. We want that type of media, news in 2021. That's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the things that are official, because most of the time we're talking about fantasy. We hope this person fight. We hope that person fight. But now it seems like so many people are freaking catching COVID. Now Nonito Donaire will fight Edwin Rodriguez. Why Nordino Bali is out. And then Naoya Inoue will be facing John Casimiro in 2021. Hold up, I'm gonna give you the exact date. Just so you can pass the news to you boxing heads out there. Don't say I ain't passed down a nugget to you. I'm trying to pass down nuggets, man. Trying to pass down nuggets. I want to give you another nugget. In the junior middleweight division, which some call the super welterweight, because super, exceeds that title of junior. But Teixeira, who is a WBO super welterweight champion, will fight Castano February 6, 2021. So whoever the winner of that fight between Teixeira and Castano, I'm pretty sure Mel will get the next fight. You know what I'm saying? And Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton is fighting January 16 in London. And that's funny because when I asked Adrian Broner when he's due back in the square, he said, January 16th. And you heard him say it on court when he was on TV in court. He told the judge that he has a fight January 16th. So, of course, the Herring Frampton fight is going to be in London. I look for real to see Herring lose his title that night and probably go into retirement with me. And Adrian Broner, he is back in the gym. So he's supposed to have a card that's coming up January 16th with some of his stablemates out of Cincy. You know what I'm saying? Probably Robert Easter, Rashid Warren, all them guys who's always on his undercards. So we'll see how that pops off. J8 in the building. What's good? I agree. And then it would be messed up. It will mess up Bud versus Spence. I think it's Brook. Bud. Brook looked ready. Bud never faced his skills. I'm thinking, bro. Everybody that's in here. That doesn't mean I'm right. But I'm just saying, I think it's going to be an upset out of one of these two fights coming up. I think it is. And that's much if I don't want to say, but I feel it. It might just be heartburn. It might be acid reflux. I don't know. But I feel that it's going to be an upset either between Crawford-Brook or Spence Garcia. And it's not going to play out the way people think the type of upset it is. I think one of these fights will indeed not render the winner that we want. I think it's going to be MU. And people are going to be sick, but they're going to have to get over it. And then the powers that be, the shakers and movers, they might come back and say, you know what, we're going to do a rematch. They're going to call the current champion in there. Hey, check this out. We're trying to make Crawford Spence. I know you enjoyed winning the title and everything. But what needs to happen when we get this rematch, because we was going to fight it this time in 2021, now we got to push it back for you. I need for you to go in there and give it a little bit what you got, but no more than 5. No more than 5. Now, your ass go over 5, we got problems. Baseball bat to the knee, Nancy Kerrigan, goddammit. Don't play with me. Do you understand your orders? Boom. Fighter go back in there and champion pick up belt. You know what I'm saying? The champion pick up the belt. And then we got freaking Bud Crawford and Errol Spence again. I'm telling you, man, I feel an upset brewing. I feel something popping off. Man. Yes, sir. It's just, people sleeping on this fight. They're just sleeping hard on Kell Brook. Kell Brook went into the 11th round, y'all. After that man was beat by Gennady, took some time off, came down 2 divisions and faced the boogeyman, as they was calling Spence. The boogeyman with no titles. Spence did not have 1 title when he stepped in there with Kell Brook, and they went to war. They absolutely went to war. And Kell Brook, in Terence Crawford words, quit. He quit. Is he lying? Did Kell Brook quit? Did he? I can tell you another fighter quit against Terence Crawford. Even though we're not talking about this fight. I know Amir Khan. I was there. Amir Khan did not want to turn around and look at Crawford. Crawford was giving him the business. When he took that shot down the thigh, he did not want to turn around and look at Crawford because Crawford was like standing there like, no, man, I know you're not going to just short me like this, man. Fuck that. Man, come on, let's go. Turn around, Khan. Don't do that shit to me. Khan wouldn't turn around and look at Crawford, man. Seriously. I can actually say I saw Khan quit. I saw Khan quit, man. So moving on. If Crawford comes out like he gave Khan that energy on Kell Brook, I just want to see the response that Kell Brook has to offer, because Crawford is a dog, man. And Kell Brook in his own way is a dog, but every time he mentioned freaking brownies, I kind of subtract some points and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like from a pit bull to a Frenchie. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to keep him at a pit bull, and then he keep on talking about some motherfucking chocolate brownies. I mean, bro, I'm trying to keep you a pit bull status. Maybe mastiff. Something that's bred together for pure destruction. But you keep giving me indications that you're a Frenchie. You know what I'm saying? You stay in the house and shit. You might even be pissing in the kitty litter inside the house. You might not even come outside and walk the block. But the fight is going down this weekend, and it does have huge ramifications for the welterweight division. If one of these guys loses, it really sends the welterweight division in shambles, period. Because if Spence was thinking about, unifying the division, he might be able to get that third title. Because they're giving, Spence coming here, he looks good against Danny Garcia. Spence may be able to get a third title. Who knows? I'm not sure. But it's on the tip of my tongue, man. I'm trying my best not to let the shit out the bag. Anyway, December 10th, people, Dana White, UFC, Fight Pass, Zuffa Boxing will feature Clarissa versus Dakari, Serrano versus Malford, and Gabriel versus Miller. Hannah Gabriel versus Raquel Miller. That is December 10th, UFC Fight Pass, Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa Boxing. Remember that. Remember that. So check out this nugget. You know the situation with Luke Campbell, right? Hold on for a second. My fault. Don't nobody know. Rapstar, that's you, man?
Yeah, man. I don't know why you leave me hanging always, bro.
No, not at all, man. Let me check this other one out right quick. Hold on for a second.
Yo.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, man. Thanks for having Rapstar knowledge. For me and my subscribers, my viewers.
Hold up, Rap. Daniel, what's going on?
Not much.
What up, Daniel?
Are you there? You gonna speak, man, or what?
What's up?
All right. Let me just say something, World Combat. I'm gonna be leaving shortly, but I'm going online with a couple of brothers for a show later. If you want to pop on, you know what I mean?
Okay, for sure, man.
Yeah, I gave you my email already on the private chat, bro.
All right, for sure.
All right, we're gonna be cooking up some hardest punches and watching some footage.
Okay, cool.
All right, bro.
I'll be there. I'll be there, Rapstar.
Yeah. You keep cooking, bro. I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah. Hey, what you need there, Stevenson?
I just wanted to talk on this Bud versus Kell Brook situation. I think you're hating on Crawford. Like, you never said you thought Spence was going to lose. I think Crawford is more skilled than Spence. I think he's the slickest boxer at 145. 147. He's the best switch hitter in boxing. He's the best counter puncher at 157.
I mean, you saying somebody's hating on Crawford?
100%.
No, I mean, what did you say again? I was hating on Crawford. What did I hate on
You are
Crawford?
hating on Crawford. Like, you have a LDBC narrative that you spew around.
Have you ever you haven't visited this channel before, huh? Because I don't even know what they're talking about,
But
the
you hate
LDBC. So
on certain fighters like
you
Fury.
don't even visit the channel though. What are you talking about, bro?
No, Fury, Crawford, and,
They're two different fighters. So
Fury,
what's my narrative?
Canelo, and Tio. Those are the 4 fighters that you guys hate on.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that because you say I hate on Tio too, you guys. So you must be thinking it's an all black thing, huh? Okay, so let me help you out right quick because I really don't know who you are, but you say I hate on Teofimo Lopez.
I'm
Let me
not
pop
of
some up.
Tio.
No, hold on. Let me pop some up for you.
Well, maybe I'm out of line, but I'll take you.
I hate
Well, maybe I'm out of line, but I'll
See, I have an
take the
LDBC
blame.
which that's the first time I've heard that. But just stay close right quick. Hold on. You there, Rep Star?
But I'm part of Team Crawford. And
Well, maybe I'm out of line, but I'll take the blame.
Sipping on Long Island.
There's a better
It's a long
chance
day.
of work.
I got chilling with Team Lopez. What's going on, ladies?
You tell me who you see back there. You say I hate on you say I hate on Tio. You're not making any sense, bro. You come over here with a
I
agenda.
do. You always hate on me.
Hey, I just want to quickly say something, bro. You can't come on this channel, right, and start accusing people of hate. If you don't know what this channel's about,
Yes, I do. You're
no. Wait.
LDBC
Let me
too.
speak and then you can speak. If you don't know what this channel's about, hate is a strong word. World Combat never hates on any combat
Yes,
because
he
he
does.
appreciates combat. You've come over here to troll him, all right? You got to
And he
speak
doesn't.
respectful. Wait. Speak respectfully on his channel, bro. Don't come here and make fake accusations, bro, because we are all his
doesn't.
subscribers. We know you're talking fake. So
No,
speak with
he
respect
doesn't.
to World
You
Combat.
His
Yo,
channel is fake.
speak to
Hey,
respect with
Rapstar.
World Combat, all right?
His
Speak with some
persona
respect.
and his channel is fake.
No. You're fake. You've been sent over here by trolls. Hey, World Combat, get rid of this kid, man. We don't want to hear about this kid, bro.
But
I don't want kids on the show, man. They don't talk boxing. They're little kids, bro.
You know who channel he was on earlier? He was on Punch's channel earlier.
Yeah, but the problem is he's been sent over to troll you, and
Correct.
let's not just waste time because you got a good show going, and he's coming here and just trying to change the narrative, and we don't want to give him the opportunity of giving him 2 seconds fame, bro. Sorry, man, I had to come over here. And
So I do
bro.
know his voice. You know, that was this guy called MMA Champ. You know, he has one of these Little Red Riding Hood voices where he seems like he's talking from underneath his bed, you know, when light's supposed to be off and shit. And his parents tell him, if I come in here again, I'm gonna beat you with the switch. That's how he sounds, man. He was over at Punch's channel as MMA, so
Yeah.
they changed, and so that's why I kept him on because I know who he is, and he had called me the N-word before.
Oh my gosh. But let me tell you, he's not just on that channel. I've seen him on a trolling channel. That's why I had to come over here and get him off because
Yeah.
we ain't got time for people to come and waste the energy. You know what I mean? So you was going to waste your time with this dude. So I'm sorry, man. I had to get rid of him.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
You know, we're not here to be your wrench if we're not going to take care of the problem, bro. But anyway,
Absolutely.
you keep going, man, because I seen him on another channel and they've been trolling constant channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's not waste the time. But anyway, I'm going and I'll catch you later.
All right, salute, man. Well, back to what I was saying, people. You know, I do put a lot of emphasis on not only the main event, and my apologies for, we just, when I was on another platform today, I heard this guy, and I heard him before because he wanted to come over here and call me out my name because I say he didn't know shit about MMA, but people change their titles and come over here, and basically he was saying I hate fighters that I actually report on. The only one I dislike really is a Tyson Fury, but he had to throw Deontay Wilder or whoever he threw. He had to throw Teofimo Lopez. So, he's just a little bitty troll, man. He's probably, one of them little kids, man, that can only leave the room, when he gets permission or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Probably sleep on a futon and shit in the basement where it's leaking. You know what I'm saying? They have to bring a toilet roll down there to him. He can't have it on his own because he's the kind of dude that just put shit in the toilet, don't flush it, and clog up the whole damn house. So they have to damn micromanage his ass. Seems like he's talking from underneath the bed, whispering, so they wouldn't come over there and goddamn wake him up with the switch. Waterboard him, But anyway, this freaking co-main event with Joshua Franco, I'm looking forward to it, man. I like Joshua Franco. I like what he was able to do last time in there with Andrew Moloney. I'm definitely looking forward to see them step in there. I know Franco is game, and I know Moloney is going to be game. Of course, they're going to have a different game plan, especially Moloney. Especially Moloney, for real. He's going to have a freaking different game plan. But that's going to make the fight even that much interesting, man, because Joshua Franco, he did a damn good job last outing. So, of course, man, I'm going with my man Joshua Franco again. Hell yeah, I'm going with Joshua Franco again. Sir Ken, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Everybody that's in the building, appreciate you pulling up. It's almost the end of the year, people. Seriously, it's getting there. It's getting there. And that means with that, we're going to have boxing. And we're still trying to figure out who's going to take the L in this main event, if any. And who's going to take the L between Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, if any. Who's going to take the L? I'm talking about the L of one of the champions. That's the only L I'm talking about. It just seems like I got that vibe. Somebody's going to take the L that we're not expecting. And it's okay to feel that way because that's what boxing is about. It's a debate. Boxing isn't supposed to be calm waters all the time. You know what I'm saying? You able to walk from one side of the waterway all the way to the other side. No, boxing is you walk your ass in there, you get taken downstream and down the waterfall. That's what boxing is about. You ain't gonna just goddamn put your toes in there. Oh, look at the minnows. No, boxing is you try to walk your ass there and the bottom falls out. And then motherfuckers nipping at you and shit while you going downstream in stage 4 white cap waves and you hit the waterfall. That's boxing. The turbulence, the debates, the disagreements, that will always be boxing, people. It's not a day go by that people don't disagree with something in boxing. It's not a day go by. It's like freestyle, downhill bicycling, no brakes. No brakes. This is extreme sport. Debating on boxing is like another extreme sport. The debate itself is an extreme sport. Boxing debates, if you pick a fighter to lose or win, there's always going to be a fighter to say you're smoking and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then they're going to give you the ultimate freaking label, the acronym of all acronyms. Shout out to the late Roger Mayweather, the Black Mamba. They're going to say you don't know shit about boxing. But I'm telling you, I got this feeling. Whoa, I got this feeling that someone's going to lose this weekend. I don't really know who it's gonna be, but I can tell you this: that it's gonna leave. Who is it? Where can it be? Is it gonna be Saturday or December? Sound the horn. He's eliminated. American does not have talent. Get him out of here. One of them. But serious business, Crawford. I know he's all about business. I wish I could have been at the fight. Seriously. I wish I just could have been there. But if it wasn't COVID, you know what I'm saying? It would have been good to see and, see if Crawford would have been in the holiday spirit to give an interview. It would have been nice. You try to get the 411 on him, potentially leaving Top Rank, traveling over the PBC. I really want to ask Crawford, is he still locked in to his old, promotion, Chris Menendorf? I'm just curious to know if he's still locked in. If so, if he's still locked in, that means, that's just a fucked up waterway. The reason why I'm saying that, if you locked in that long and you get off one boat and jump on the other and you still locked in to pay a percentage to this person, I mean, that's what you call, them boxing shackles. You sign a contract, you think it's good, and then come to find out, man, that you want to part ways, but it's not that easy. And they want to take you to court and say, well, I have him for this amount of years. So therefore, every fight I'm going to be a part of, and you have to give me a percentage of your purse. That sucks. That fucking sucks. I ain't gonna lie. Every bit of money you get, that person is getting money off you. Now, that's what you call a leech. That's what you call an absolute leech. I heard Robert from RGBA say this is a different fight with the co-main. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say that. I mean, they looked at Franco and they feel they can come back in and make it a different outcome. I don't blame them. They want that belt back. They want that belt back, y'all. There's nothing wrong with that either. He should want to come back with the belt. He should. If he didn't want the belt back, then people are going to say, you're not motivated. You weren't a real champion. You lost your belt and you went on about your way. But if you show desire to come back and revisit the situation where you came up short, absolutely it's different. Absolutely it shows that you have the courage and you have the heart. Because we've seen a lot of fighters that lost their belts in the worst way or lost the fight. Just like Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was knocked out cold, came back and defeated Hasim Rothman. You know what I'm saying? It's so many fighters that when they lost, they end up coming back for a rematch. I mean, we can't say the case with Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin, but they did fight twice. Canelo performed much better in the second go round, so that's just like Paul Williams and Quintana. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Quintana and then came back and knocked him out in the first round. These rematches are pretty much a mental game, man. How strong you are in the mental game. That's what we're looking at with this boxing. Who remember Ike Quartey? Y'all remember Ike Quartey? Just leave it in the chat. Do you remember Ike Quartey? Ike Quartey, who was a year or two older than me, he had released a statement saying that its intentions right now in returning to the sport of boxing is for one reason. Who can guess what that reason is? Who can give me that reason? What will Ike Cortez's reason be to come back to the sport at around 51, 52 years old? Why would he want to come back? Of course, to fight. Of course. I'm going to give you a second name, Chris Bird. If you haven't seen Chris Bird lately, he is super shredded. Chris Bird is older than me and many other people, but he is a super shredded. And physically, I'm talking about aesthetically, he looks in great shape. I haven't gotten any word that he will be fighting anybody. But back to Ike Cortez. Ike Cortez said he wants to come back and fight Oscar De La Hoya. If Oscar De La Hoya returns to the sport, which he has made mention of returning to the sport, he says the only person that he wants to fight that's within his 4 losses is the one and only Oscar De La Hoya. The last time they fought was in 1999, February. He lost a split decision, which you look at the fight, man, it was a damn good fight. It was close. Very, very close. 116, 113, 116, 112, and 115, 114. That was a very close fight. So he wants that get back. Only if Oscar De La Hoya says yay. Now, for Chris Bird, that's still pending. Not going to take too much time on it because he's nowhere close to having somebody on his resume to fight. Now, for the Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, too many of you all are not even talking about this. I can't believe how disrespectful you are. How disrespectful you are, for real. Not to mention the 2 legends that's going down in the favorite month of the year, November. Scorpio United. Seriously. You all are not even talking about Iron Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. How dare you during the holidays? I need for all of you to leave an offering just for, being complacent in the sport of boxing. I need that offering to be at least about 85% of what your monthly income is. Okay. I mean, it's steep coming over here to WCS in the live chat. It's steep. But I need a super chat to be at least about 85% of what you make this month. That's the penalty you pay when you got 2 legends fighting in November and no one in the super chat are even mentioning their name. That's just absolutely disrespectful. I want to call up Roy Jones and be like, Roy, what is going on? You all are supposed to go in there for an exhibition bout for the League of Legends, and no one is talking about the fight. Anyway, let me get to the fight, though. I hope the piss test, first of all, went well, because I was talking the other day how Mike said that he indeed used a prosthetic penis. So hopefully that's not what he wears into the ring to make it just a little bit, entertaining. You know how Mike like doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Mike do crazy. He might take it out and freaking start beating Roy over the head with some, and Roy have a flashback and goddamn touch Mike on the chin, and it's a whole nother ball game. Serious. Mike is a wild boy. But Roy Jones and Mike is supposed to go 6 to 8 rounds. No headgear, with 12-ounce gloves. Individuals that would usually be on the outside of the ring apron are the judges. There won't be any. There won't be any judges because it's an exhibition bout. No judges. It will be no winners. There will be no winners. It will be individuals in the corners to assist the fighters. That's it. So you're looking at what should have been 3-minute rounds. In this particular case, you're going to have 2-minute rounds. And you're going to have no judges, no headgear, with 12-ounce gloves. So you're having the 12-ounce gloves, 2-minute rounds. It should go by pretty quickly. But let's think about worst case scenarios, people. Okay, because we're dealing with one man that has had some memorable press conferences, and we're talking about an individual who proved that he has a percentage in his DNA of cannibalism. That was indeed Mike Tyson. So once a person has cannibalism, they always have cannibalism. The tendencies are there. You know what I'm saying? So I hope Roy Jones comes in there and tape up his ears. Seriously. He needs to somehow find a protective covering strictly for his ear. If he can get a wax mold of his ear, you know what I'm saying, with a on both ears, so they can connect under his chin with a chin strap. You know, just like you wear wrestling, but it's not going over your head, it's just over your ears. Maybe Roy Jones need to take that in consideration. He needs to protect his ears. The other thing is that Roy said if Mike Tyson drops him, it's all out war. So if that's the case, I hope they have enough security there to control these individuals, because it could get nasty real quick. With both of those guys making videos, I mean, nice combination sets for their age. I seen Roy, getting back to his speed. Both of them look impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Both of the guys look impressive. But to be honest with you people, I don't think Mike has stopped smoking. Mitch said to prove the young guys are sweet. Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul. See, I wasn't going to get on that, but since you brought it up, Mitch, I will talk about it. Absolutely. It's a great buzz going on out here in Michigan. Ike IQ, dollars, I do. All of a sudden, when Crawford contract is about over, there's a rematch clause. That leaves me wondering. Yeah, they're going to do anything and everything, man, to have Crawford paddle upstream with no freaking rolls. They're going to say, use your hands. It's going to take you a little longer to get there, but we got things to do. And by the time you float back downstream, we'll pick you up and tell you what we came up with. They ain't trying to let Crawford, just go with the current and go to PBC. Hell no. But anyway, back to Roy and Tyson. No one can convince me that Mike Tyson has stopped smoking. Without the drug test, I'm pretty sure he was probably had some gear, was able to cut down, bulk up, look good for the camera and everything else. But I believe he's still smoking. And when you're still smoking going into the ring, you're going to have a shortness of breath, and your cardio is going to be, strained just a little bit because you are still smoking. I don't see outside of the second round, I don't see Mike Tyson bobbing and weaving to left or right side. But then again, I'm going to tell you this. If Mike Tyson smokes before he goes into the ring, the fight will be much better, because that's going to calm Mike. That's going to put him in a carefree mood so he can actually focus on the ambience of it all, just like he's in a boxing oasis, so he can just really relax himself. If we get that, Mike, then chaos will be avoided. If someone tells Mike he cannot smoke 6 hours before the fight, then you better keep the EMTs close by, because Mike just snapped. And then when Mike snapped, Roy gonna snap. And that might be a bad deal that night. But it's going down real soon. The promo is out. All the flyers is out. I really wish I could cover that. I tried. They have strict, they have restrictions. I tried. Wasn't able to get it. I really wanted to, go there I would just like to shoot the fight, but since it's expedition, they'll probably try to confiscate my camera and say, yeah, we'll give you your SD card back when we finish editing the pictures and taking the ones we need, erasing all the ones you can't have, and then I'm gonna give you back your card. And then they give you back the card, it'll be the one that you actually took of the ring. You know what I'm saying? They'll do photography like that. Because I have two DSLRs that I roll with my own glass and everything. So I actually try to do the filming aspect and the freaking stills. But I really would like to would have been there for Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, but only the A-class people are able to get in on that. Seriously. Now, this is a task I want to talk about without ad-libbing too much, because it's just so much comedy that I can bring to this shit. It's so much. Somebody had the audacity to bring up Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul. Oh, the disrespect. Just the absolute disrespect. This is a boxing channel. Mitch brings up Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. Let's talk about it a bit. And they're not going to get much time, Mitch. I'm just saying, this channel, they don't deserve it. Like, they didn't deserve to fight on the zone as the main event and get paid all that money. They didn't deserve it. This is boxing, and you have boxers that have trained most of their life to box that was on the undercard. That was so out of line. That was conduct unbecoming. If I could put paper on everyone that was involved, I would. Eddie Hearns on down. Because that's something Devin Haney will be remembered for in his whole career, being on the undercard of the YouTube sensations. Oh my God, yo. So you got Nate Robinson, arguably one of the best athletes ever to play in basketball. One of. That doesn't mean I said he is. He's He's one of. To be that short and have that much damn hops. Come on, bro. Dude is on a whole nother genetic gift. Seriously. And then all the other sports he played outside of boxing. I mean, outside of basketball, right? So I heard that Nate had been boxing periodically, just briefly. He's been working, training, and everything else with his trainers or whatever for some time. And, being that this fight just came out of nowhere, they linked him up. They linked Nate Robinson up to fight Logan Paul. I just want Logan Paul to be a bit better with trying to, to just try a little bit better, not to act like he's the dumbest YouTube star that's out there. Because the last time I checked, he had millions of followers. He used to. He just act like the dumbest freaking YouTube star that's out there. And when he was in there with KSI, and he's asking him like, what's 2 + 2 and all this other shit? What's 7 + 7? I mean, is that trash talk for YouTubers or what? Because I couldn't believe how immature he was. And then, he got bulked up. They put him on the weights and everything, bulked him up for the cameras, for the zone. He didn't have no damn cardio. I had to give it up for KSI, really. KSI, at least he looked the part and fought the part. He too looked a little sloppy all the way. Both of them looked sloppy. They had their cardio issues. But KSI defeated him. KSI defeated his brother too, right? Jake Paul. Didn't KSI defeat Jake Paul? So you got KSI up here 2-0 on the Paul brothers. Serious. So somehow, some way, man, he's been working with some of the stars. I see him with Ryan Garcia and everybody else. He's hitting the reaction bag. He seems to be getting his coordination down. And I'm just wondering, how's his cardio? You know, I want to know how's his cardio. Has he took the time to do road work? That's what I want to see with Jake Paul, because we're tired of you going in there swinging for the fences and you tired as hell. You're just tired. Rapstar, you say you was here, but I don't see you. But Logan Paul, you know, he goes in there and swing for the fences and get tired. Like, I don't want to see that no more. I want to see something different, because I respect that you're learning boxing. I respect that Logan Paul is learning to be better at boxing. But right now, when you go in here and you're running on fumes in the second round, I mean, with all that muscle, you should understand, leave the weights alone, you know, find a different strength and conditioning coach so you can come here and work just a little bit prettier. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can look like you know what the hell you're doing. That's all I want Rapstar to do. I mean, that's what I want Logan Paul to do. I said Rapstar. That's all I want him to do. I want him to make this fight look different than any other fight he's been in, especially against Nate Robinson, because he's a professional basketball player, slam dunk champion. And what better name to have on your resume to even it out at 1-1 than Nate Robinson? You can actually say you have a professional athlete on your record, and you yourself are not a bona fide, legit professional athlete. Even though you have individuals like Low Paul on the regional level, they can get their boxing license. They sure can. But I'm talking about professional on the highest level. Nate Robinson has played. So for Logan Paul to go ahead and box him, and if he's able to win, he can brag about that for weeks. He said, damn, I beat Nate Robinson in a boxing match. Nate Robinson's definitely going to have significant height and reach disadvantage. He's going to have to work through it. And being that he's able to hop is the way he can, he may be able to bounce up there to eye level Logan Paul and land some shots, and then, you know, complement it with an elbow when the ref not looking. Anything to cheat, you know, punch him in the kneecaps or something. You know what I'm saying? Something. Act like you tripping and fall. Nate Robinson used to play football too. So if you think he's weak, think again. Nate Robinson used to be a damn good football player. A damn good football player. So you might be seeing Logan Paul get tossed around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He might get bitch slapped a couple of times. He might teach Logan Paul a lesson. For always trying to act like this dude that's eccentric for the wrong fucking reason. Like, you have a big house, you've made your money, you're a sensation. Just be a better person when, you know, like, it's time for you to come up here and do promo, and so that people can come out and see you. Be a different person. Stop trying to act like you was freaking derived from fungi, you know, fungus, tree bark, motherfucking donkey piss, and some other shit that's beneath the house. You know, shit you get from dripping pipes. Stop trying to act like you use some other form of activity and shit in life. You just act strange, man. Did you see when they did the damn promo with Jake Paul? He had the mask all up, and, you know, he was trying to say some shit, didn't make any. Oh my God. But that's all you getting, Mitch, for real. And like I said before, I need 85% of what you make this month. If you make it 100,000, I need at least about 97,000 that in the super chat. For real. Just for bringing that Logan Paul shit up. You know what I'm saying? That shit deserves reparations, reimbursement. Guess what? I want to see who's next. Is it going to be Oscar, Bernard Hopkins? Who? I want to know who's next for the League of Legends. That's important to me. It's important to know that, because if this goes off without a hitch, nothing really bad, then, we got something here. We got something. We got Roy Jones, Mike Tyson. Then who's next in line? Please don't make it no Riddick Bowe. No. We need someone that's in decent shape to come back. Two names that's in decent shape to come back that has somewhat of a rivalry. And Floyd Mayweather wouldn't count. I mean, Floyd Mayweather is in shape than a lot of active fighters right now. So even though they consider him a legend, it wouldn't be fair for him to come back to the League of Legends just simply because he's still in boxing shape. And some of these guys have picked up weight. They've been outside the ropes, not working out, no gym time, no nothing. So, for Floyd to come in there and do an exhibition bout, I think he might be cool with that if you pay him like 15 million, 20. And then keep an eye out. Floyd Mayweather is headed back over to Japan to scoop up some more millions in a fight. Remember, I told you that. Floyd Mayweather is on his way back over to Japan to scoop up some millions in a fight, y'all. I'm keeping you posted. I'm keeping you absolutely posted. And lastly, before I jump off here, I have to talk about Canelo Alvarez. All right. Canelo Alvarez, which, I feel this is cool. It's cool that Alvarez is able to maneuver around as a free agent. He's able to make his money the best way he know how. But, when I look at what he left, it's a lot of people that had eyes on this contract, even himself. So if the contract is going to be null and void because somehow, Golden Boy wasn't providing a premier opponent once a year, that's all they ask. But also Canelo was getting paid a set amount of money for each fight. So when that set amount of money was reduced because, they were saying that he wasn't producing a premier opponent a year, things went left. And it added to him, filing and going to court to get a release because now they was trying to mess with his money. When this deal was initially came out in the media, and people saying 365 million for 11 fights, I say it's a lot of lint, inside that freaking 365 million, because that's a lot of money for someone to complete an entire 11 fights. And stick within the contingencies in that contract. It was contingencies in there. Pretty much so. So one of the two of the premier fighters that they was trying to get was the current retired pound for pound Khabib Nurmagomedov, lightweight champion, world champion of the UFC. He was considered one of the premier opponents that was on the list. And also Jorge Masvidal, who has like several losses on his record, but he has a household name coming from the streets, the Kimbo Slice days and everything else. Notice those are mixed martial artists, not boxing. So they was planning, just like the Zone loves to do, they was planning on having one of those type of matches to try to see if it can make some money. People can get paid just like Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. That was the plan. That was the absolute plan right there. And to boxing fans is just not understanding how mixed martial arts is blending over to boxing. You need to get on board, because it's going to be more and more of mixed martial arts and boxing. I'm telling you, that's why Dana White is having an all-female boxing card. Zuffa Boxing is spinning the wheels, man. They're firing up the cylinders. They're trying to come over to the sport of boxing. And as I told people a while ago what the UFC was trying to do, building up all these training centers, they're going to come into boxing different than where boxing is right now with all the branches that it have. You're not going to be able to infiltrate or delegate or structure the way Zuffa Boxing is going to do business, because they already have a template of the UFC and it's doing them very, very well. So they're going to come in with a different mindset, of course. Their whole template is going to be different. And the way they structure their fights, of course, absolutely. They're going to have more organization. Believe that, people. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Don't say I didn't warn you. But with Canelo Alvarez, he's supposedly is going to step in there with Callum Smith if the fight goes down. My point is, I don't think Callum Smith is going to be ready for Canelo Alvarez, even though it was recently Caleb Plant, now with Smith. And I don't think he's ready for that. You know what I'm saying? I truly don't think he's ready for that right now. You got to have a full camp for Canelo. If you don't, you're looking to go in there and get stopped, period. We might be looking at another Rocky Fielding, people. It might be fucked up to say, but when you're going around searching to get a fight by the end of the year and your name is Canelo Alvarez, come on, man. What are you expecting us to think? What are you expecting us to think? So we'll just keep an eye on that or whatever. But I appreciate all y'all for stopping through. That's all I got. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports.